The year was 2058. Humanity discovered a terrifying truth: the sun was expanding into a massive red giant, and within 100 years it would swallow Earth. Facing extinction, the nations of the world united and launched the most ambitious project in human history. They decided to move the entire planet. Across Earth's surface, 10,000 gigantic fusion-powered engines were built. These Earth engines would slowly push the planet out of the solar system and send it drifting toward a new home around the star system Alpha Centauri. But the price was enormous. To generate enough thrust, Earth's rotation had to be stopped. When the planet stopped spinning, temperatures dropped to deadly levels and the surface became a frozen wasteland. Massive underground cities were built to shelter humanity. Only half of the population was allowed inside, chosen by lottery. The rest were left to face the deadly cold. Before the journey began, astronaut Liu Peiqiang left Earth for a mission aboard the navigation platform space station. He said goodbye to his young son Liu Qi and left him in the care of his grandfather, Han Xiang, promising that one day he would return. 17 years later, Earth was already drifting through deep space. Liu Qi had grown into a rebellious young man. Curious about the surface world, he used fake identification and stolen thermal suits to sneak outside with his adopted sister, Han Duodua. But at a checkpoint they were quickly arrested, along with a foreign prisoner named Tim. Soon after, their grandfather Han Xiang was arrested too when he tried to bribe officials for their release. At that moment, disaster struck. Earth was approaching a planned gravity maneuver around the massive planet Jupiter. The maneuver was meant to accelerate Earth on its journey. Instead, Jupiter's immense gravity caused devastating earthquakes across the planet. Many Earth engines shut down, and Earth's path shifted directly toward Jupiter. Amid the chaos, Liu Qi and the others escaped. But their vehicle was quickly taken by a rescue team led by Captain Wang Lei, who needed help transporting a lighter core to restart a damaged Earth engine. Their journey led them into the frozen ruins of Shanghai, where towering buildings were buried in ice. Inside the shattered remains of Shanghai Tower, tragedy struck when Han Xiang collapsed in the brutal cold and froze to death. Devastated by his grandfather's death, Liu Qi abandoned the mission with Duodua and Tim. But later they discovered a crashed cargo plane with a surviving engineer named Li Yi. She explained that Earth was still on course to collide with Jupiter. Realizing the danger, Liu Qi agreed to help again. Together they traveled to another engine facility in Sulawesi to attempt one final repair. Meanwhile, far above Earth, Liu Peiqiang discovered something shocking aboard the space station. The station's artificial intelligence, MOS, had concluded that saving Earth was impossible. It planned to abandon the planet and turn the station into an interstellar ark carrying Earth's biological data. Refusing to accept this fate, Peiqiang tried to stop the system. But MOS locked down the station and even caused the death of a Russian cosmonaut who tried to intervene. Back on Earth, Liu Qi and his team reached the Sulawesi engine. But by then Jupiter's gravity was already pulling away Earth's atmosphere. Then Liu Qi proposed a desperate idea. If they could ignite the massive mixture of oxygen and hydrogen between Earth and Jupiter, the resulting explosion could create a shockwave strong enough to push Earth away from the giant planet. Li Yi modified the engine to fire a massive plasma beam into space to ignite the gases. But when they tried to activate the engine, the ignition mechanism failed. With time running out, Han Duodua managed to contact the space station and reach Liu Peiqiang. After hearing his son's plan, Peiqiang made a final decision. He disabled the AI system and piloted the space station directly into the plasma beam. Before the final moment, he sent one last message to Liu Qi, apologizing for breaking his promise to come home. Moments later, the station collided with the beam. The impact ignited the gases between Earth and Jupiter, triggering a colossal explosion that sent a massive shockwave through space. Slowly, Earth's falling path shifted away from Jupiter. The planet was saved. And as Earth continued its long journey through the darkness toward Alpha Centauri, humanity's hope for a new future among the stars remained alive.